Egg Hunt 2017 The Lost Eggs was an amazing event, absolutely brilliant. This event showed a clear improvement over the previous renditions of the Egg Hunt formula, as not only did it introduce the new quote-unquote concept of egg quests dominating the game, but also added a whole new level of presentation, setting the bar for future hunts, particularly that of a recent Egg Hunt 2018, its successor. There were numerous areas where the general quality of the experience was improved, including that of map quality, the lack of bugs, and even something as simple as connectivity issues. However, there were definitely some issues that impacted my view of the hunt as a whole, and today, I'm going to talk about that. To start with, let's talk about the map design. This game, beautiful. I was actually amazed by the use of not only smooth terrain, and a quite effective use of that, but also the general building. Sure, it may lack a certain charm that people like me see in older maps, the brick-like designs of older Roblox, but here, I really don't mind. I'm willing to say this is one of, if not the best looking egg hunts. The Lost Eggs seem to adopt the general theme of travel and world adventure, which really worked in its favor, as it almost perfectly captures a realistic and lively environment in every one of its maps. I mean, sure, there might be some elements that are particularly nonsensical and, well, unrealistic, but they are seamlessly blended with the landscape they feature in. The Stratosphere Outpost, while an odd choice for a lobby given the theme, has a stunning portrayal of a steampunk-esque world with floating islands, giant mechanical features, and frequent reference to aerial vehicles, which makes total sense for transport within a town in the sky. The world of tomorrow depicts a society with futuristic technology combined with breathtaking environmental imagery. Northern Antarctica perfectly illustrates an icy tundra with its immense size, with its threatening natural components directly contrasting with the warm and welcoming atmosphere of a humble little town trying their best to live in formidable conditions. The timeless desert, while mostly being empty and, well, a desert, harbors ancient temples with highly sophisticated imagery, even featuring some mechanical design as a bonus. Mount Ignis portrays the imposing presence of an active volcano, as it not only shows off the typical hot lava scary mentality, but straight up throws you into fucking Pompeii. This world in particular has so much to offer, as not only does it do its thing with the volcano, but there are slight modern touches to the area, notably the fossil restoration building, the obsidian mine, and a lava dam, I don't remember. The Abyssal plain is set at the bottom of the ocean and features stunning scenery, perfectly conveying the elegance and charm of the ocean as a whole. And lastly, the Stratosphere settlement actually has me a little bit thrown. It seems to be this apocalyptic world between worlds with these dark portals peppering the sky, and this, what is this, a United Nations building? Regardless, it looks cool as hell, but I'd be lying if I said I could give a proper analysis of it. And here's the topic you've probably all been waiting for. Well, at least I have. The Lost Eggs is the egg hunt that introduced the new quest-driven formula. Now here's the problem, are quests better? I suppose this topic was inevitable since I began this review series, but I think I can give an answer after 3 consecutive hunts with this formula in play. While the classic style of randomly spawning eggs better captures the idea of an egg hunt, the concept of quests just makes more sense from a gameplay perspective. Quests give the player something to do, it's not just a simple waiting thing, unless you count this piece of shit. While I'm completely fine with waiting for RNG to give me the egg I want, I'd rather be actually doing something with my time, as opposed to just waiting. For a simple comparison, let's take 2 eggs, one from 2013 and one from 2017. The Regal Dragon Fabergé egg and the Egg 9000. Both are extremities in their own right, with the Regal Dragon Fab being extremely rare spawning and absolutely no quest attached, and the Egg 9000 featuring 0 spawn rates, simply just exists in place, and a gigantic obstacle course to accompany it. The Egg 9000 wins it out purely due to the fact that it lets me play the game, whereas the Fabergé merely allows the game to decide whether I should play or not. That's not to say there's no fun in hunting these rare eggs, but I'm just saying I have more fun doing a quest. Now that that's out of the way, let's actually talk about the quests in this egg hunt. Were they good? I would say most definitely. Most quests were very involved and interactive. Sure, some were pretty bare bones, with them requiring you to literally climb up a tower and jump off, how grim. Or throw yourself into a fucking tornado, also grim, what the hell. Or just wait for 7.5 fucking hours, exactly. Otherwise you have to do it again. Or use a broken ass stupid fucking rope. But most delivered appropriate and fun little tasks that really made you feel accomplished upon completion. I feel like that's the key word here, fun. The quests are fun, and that's all that really matters. Like its ancient predecessor, Save the Eggverse, and its successor, The Great Yolk Tales, The Lost Egg features an original soundtrack. Now, let me preface this by saying I am not a music man, and I am simply explaining what each track made me specifically feel. It's all about interpretation, as music is mostly a subjective art form. Anyway, the soundtrack endows each map with an enhancement to its previously established atmosphere. This is especially demonstrated through the Stratosphere Outpost theme, which combines a musical piece with ambient noise of the environment. It has a calm piano tune that eases the player into their new adventure, though it also features a constant breeze blowing, pushing the idea that this little town they're wandering is airborne. I wish more maps did this, but alas, only the first did. Others still achieve this environmental immersion simply through song, however with music correlating to the map's particular theming. The World of Tomorrow's theme consists of a catchy techno beat highlighting the map's identity as an advanced future, with technology beyond what we have now. Northern Antarctica's theme, like the Stratosphere Outpost theme, is designed to calm the player with a short piano tune. This tune accentuates the beauty and simplicity of the environment, while at the same time describes the simple life of the people in the village. The Timeless Desert theme features the stereotypical Egyptian instruments that elicit an ancient sort of vibe. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to describe it. Mount Ignis, on the other hand, is difficult to place. Its theme has an empowering beat with elements of wonder and mystery, yet this map is a giant fucking volcano. The Abyssal Plain theme once again captures that very elegance and mystery of the ocean, much like the map itself does. I'd really hammer in the immersiveness of the Abyssal Plains, huh? It's not even my favorite map, that only goes to Mount Ignis because volcanoes are badass! The final theme is that of the realm of the Royal Fabergé. It's about as basic as a description as it gets. It makes you feel accomplished, it makes you feel empowered, your journey is concluded after much success, and this music makes you feel that. Overall, the soundtrack is absolutely enthralling. There may be some songs that are oddly placed and generate mixed feelings, but they sound great anyway, so I don't really care. As far as story goes, The Lost Eggs is about as weak as the egg hunts without stories, despite it actually having one. Of the hunts that do have stories, The Lost Eggs by far is the weakest, purely due to how uninvolved it was, which isn't a bad thing. The other egg hunts with stories, 2014, 2018, and 2019, all are presented to the player in some form or fashion, though make it blatantly obvious that there is one. There's a narrative to be told. In each case, a story, no matter how elementary and garbage it is told. Good guy has eggs, bad guy takes eggs and disperses them and or loses them. We find them, we fight bad guy, the end. So what's wrong with this one? We have a bad guy, Dr. Deviled Egg. What does he look like? What does he do? The event page says he took over the Eggverse. The story is literally shown to the player through a single joining prompt that hardly anyone read, and the fucking event page. Who is going to read that and care about what's going on? This shows the player that even the developers don't care about the story since they didn't even give the main villain a character design. Dr. Deviled Egg is a name. That's it. He has no body. How in the fuck did he take over the whole goddamn universe? Like I said, it literally doesn't matter, but it's just so weird that the story plays zero role in the whole hunt, except the very start and end in text prompts alone. My only suggestion would be to just cut the whole thing, since it would literally remove nothing except an empty name. And now for probably the main part, the eggs. Were they good? Yeah, they were okay generally. They ranged from pretty cool to pretty bad, honestly. Most of them bore unique meshes, of which the majority were great and showcased brilliant and diverse ideas, strongly paying off with beautiful looking hats, namely the Egg 9000, seriously it looks great, and the Abyssal Egg, or other examples that I can't be bothered to list because I'm not looking over them again, or revisited pre-explored ideas, namely the Sense of Time Egg, as a replacement for 2014's Egg of Time, though its colours are a bit iffy, and as a step up from 2016's Excellent Pearl. However, there were some with meshes that were either flat out bad or boring, or just not my sort of thing. For instance, the Close Encounters, which was just the dumbass normal egg from 2016, but in a fucking UFO, which is not my thing, that's just stupid. Or the Octopus, which was just ugly. Or the Snow Spheroid, which was just funny looking. I don't even hate it, it's just funny. In conclusion, Egg Hunt 2017 The Lost Eggs is one of my personal favourite events. Not once did I ever feel like I was having a horrible time, as even the low points were good enough to maintain a positive outlook, such as the rope and its payoffs. Each map managed to effectively exude a particular atmosphere suited to each's theming, while also keeping it interesting with a multitude of unique quests. The eggs themselves proved to be lacking in some areas, though the standard of quality is still rather high and the sheer numbers of unique meshes is something to be praised. In short, this game was fun, and it still is. If you never played this while it was up as an event, I'd say it's still worth a bit of your time. Sure, it might be pointless, but it's still worth something experiencing if you're passionate about these events. And I'm gonna give this a 8.5 gem out of 10 5s. There you go. I'm done. Get out of here.